Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabe. I welcome you to Grasses Flower Structures. The flowers of the grasses are tiny, inconspicuous, and carried in a dense inflorescence. We say that an inflorescence is a group of very many flowers on the same flower stalk. So we call them inflorescences. An inflorescence is a group of flowers carried on the same stalk. Like the way we are seeing here, many flowers are carried on the same stalk. So that one is called an inflorescence. There are no petals or sepals in the usual sense, but the reproductive organs are enclosed in two green leaf-like structures called bracts. So in grasses, we don't have petals. There are no sepals. What we see, which we would call as petals, they are leaf-like structures called bracts. They are called bracts, and they are green in color. So all of what we are seeing here, these curved structures, you can call them as if they are petals, but we call them bract. The ovary contains one ovule and bears two styles with feathery stigma. So when you look at our bract here, our flower, it has a bract out. Let's first see this structure out is what we are calling a bract. That one out. And the ones that we are seeing in the middle, these are anthers, and down here we have the filament. There are three stamens. This one, stamen, these are the male parts of a flower, and stamen are made up of anther and a filament. So there are three, if you can see, there are three stamen. And in the middle, we have the ovary. The ovary is that part in the middle. That is the ovary. But the ovary has two styles. It has two styles. There is this one here, this style here, which is feathery. If you see them, you can see that they are feathery. This one is also another style. All the two styles are connected to one ovary. So this is how the grass flower looks like. It has the covering, which we call the bract. Inside it, it has three stamen, and it has got the ovary with two styles bearing the feathery stigma. There are three stamens, the anthers of which, when ripe, they hang outside the bract. So our flower, as we have seen, it has a covering we are calling the bract, which is this layer, which would be like a petal. It has three stamen. The three stamen, we have this one here. We have this one, this side. And then we have this one. And we are saying that when the anthers are ripe, they hang outside of the bracts. Like these ones you can see, they're now hanging outside. They come outside of the bract. The bract is this one, the covering. So when the anthers are ripe, they will come out of the bract. Grasses are not pollinated by insects, but by wind. So for them, the insects do not come to pollinate the grass, but it is going to be pollinated by wind. I think that is the reason why the anthers are hanging outside of the bract, so that wind can blow the pollen and carry it on another flower. When the stamen are mature, they release the pollen, which is carried by the wind. So when they are mature, they are going to release the pollen, and this pollen is going to be carried away by the wind. Then it will be taken to other flowers, which will become also pollinated. The feathery stigmas protrude outside the bracts and trap the wind-carried pollen. So we have the feathery stigma protruding out of the bract, like this one here, and also the other one, the other side. Those are the feathery stigma, which are protruding outside the bract. So here they can easily absorb or attract or receive the pollen which is coming from somewhere else, can be trapped there, and then cross-pollination takes place. Pollen grains are very light and smooth and can be blown for a longer distance. So the pollen which has been produced by the anther, also hanging out, is very light and smooth, meaning that it will be carried easily by wind until it reaches another flower where it is going to be used for pollination. The cereals, wheat, oats, barley, maize, and many others are grasses, especially bred and cultivated by humans for the sake of food stored in the fruit or seed of their flowers. So all of these ones, they are cereal plants like the grass, maize, barley, wheat, oats. But these grasses are now bred and cultivated for their food storage. Hello, thank you very much for participating in grasses flower structures. Please do like, share, and subscribe.